At any certain period, there are some rich and highly successful entrepreneurs that everyone is fascinated by. Everyone knows them. Everyone talks about them. Everyone is interested in their lives. Right now, it might be Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, but back in the 1900s, one man that completely stole the show was the Greek shipping magnate Aristotle Onassis. So, who was he? What did he do to get all the success and fame? Well, stay tuned in till the end of the video because today, we'll discuss all there is to know about him. But before we start, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Born in 1906 in Callas, a suburb of Smyrna, which is now known as Izmir, Turkey. His parents were Socrates Onassis and Penelope Dologlou. He had a sister named Artemis and two half-sisters, Caliroi and Merope, from his father's second marriage after Penelope's death in 1912. Socrates Onassis achieved success as a shipping entrepreneur and ensured his children received an education at prestigious schools. By the time Aristotle completed his studies at the local evangelical Greek school at 16. In the aftermath of World War I, Smyrna was briefly under Greek administration from 1919 to 1922. However, during the Greco-Turkish War, Turkey regained control of Smyrna. The Onassis family suffered huge losses of their extensive property holdings and were forced to become refugees, fleeing to Greece following the devastating and terrifying Great Fire of Smyrna in 1922. During this catastrophic period, Onassis experienced the tragic deaths of three uncles, an aunt, and her husband. They were unfortunate victims of the fire while seeking shelter in a church in Akhisar, where 500 Christians had gathered. The events of the Asia Minor catastrophe in 1922 had a profound impact on the Onassis family. Aristotle's father faced imprisonment, and his business was taken over by the Turks. The rest of the family sought refuge in Greece, where they had to reside in an outdoor camp like many other displaced individuals. That situation led Aristotle to swear to himself never to fall into poverty. By August in 1923, he arrived in Buenos Aires, Argentina with very little money, and due to his excellent social and communication skills, he secured his initial employment as a telephone operator at the British United River Plate Telephone Company. Meanwhile, he pursued studies in commerce and port duty administration at Aduanas Argentinas. Subsequently, him with his characteristic visionary and entrepreneurial thinking established an import-export company in Argentina, which proved highly successful. He amassed a substantial fortune by importing English-Turkish tobacco to Argentina, and in 1929, he acquired Argentine citizenship. With his growing wealth, Onassis founded his first shipping trading company, Astilleros Onassis, in Buenos Aires. After attaining his initial fortune in Argentina, he expanded his shipping enterprise globally and eventually relocated to New York City in the United States. From there, he continued to build his shipping empire while maintaining offices in Buenos Aires and Athens. Onassis began his career in the shipping industry in the 1920s, initially focusing on establishing his presence in Argentina. He gradually expanded his operations worldwide, becoming one of the most influential and successful shipping magnates of his time. Onassis built a vast fleet of oil tankers and cargo ships under his companies, including Olympic Maritime and Olympic Airways, and became renowned for his expertise in maritime transportation. He used strategic acquisitions to expand his shipping empire further. He bought several established shipping companies, such as the rival firm Chandris Lines, which helped him strengthen his market position and increase his fleet size. Onassis was known for his shrewd business tactics and negotiating skills in acquiring new assets and consolidating his operations. After suffering various accidents with his vessels and enormous economic sanctions imposed by some countries, Onassis revolutionized the oil tanker industry by introducing new technologies and innovative designs. He pioneered the development of supertankers, such as the famous Christina O and Olympic Flame, which were among the largest and most advanced vessels of their time. These innovations allowed for more efficient and cost-effective transport of oil, solidifying Onassis's reputation as a trailblazer in the shipping industry. In addition to his shipping ventures, Onassis expanded into various other industries, including real estate, aviation, and telecommunications. He invested in prime properties around the world, including the exclusive Greek island of Skorpios, which he purchased and developed into a private retreat. Onassis also founded Olympic Airways, Greece's national airline, and made significant investments in telecommunications. Onassis's business acumen and successful investments led him to amass immense wealth. At the peak of his career, he was considered one of the richest individuals in the world, accumulating the current equivalent of $100 billion, an immense amount of money that would allow him to lead a lifestyle that few people in history have afforded. This includes the quality of his company, as Ari was known for having a very discerning taste when selecting his romantic relationships with the most prominent women of his time. Clearly, for a man who has achieved absolute success in almost every aspect of life, his romantic relationships would not be an exception. Aristotle Onassis is the perfect example of this statement, as he had affairs with some of the most desired and glamorous women in the world at the time. Two of these relationships in particular stand out, characterized by their tumultuous and highly publicized nature. The most well-known name associated with Onassis was the iconic singer and actress, Maria Callas. Their relationship began in the 1950s and was a whirlwind of passion and drama. Together, they formed a power couple, captivating the world with their glamour, and their encounters were eagerly followed by the international press. However, their love was destined to be an emotional roller coaster, as Onassis also maintained a secret romance with Jacqueline Kennedy, the widow of U.S. President John F. Kennedy, and at the time, Callas was married to Giovanni Battista Meneghini. The relationship between Aristotle Onassis and Jacqueline Kennedy was a whirlwind of passion and scandal that generated controversy worldwide. After John F. Kennedy's death, Onassis became an unexpected source of comfort for Jacqueline. Their clandestine romance sparked criticism and speculation, questioning Jacqueline's loyalty to her late husband's memory and causing diplomatic tensions. As time went on, their lifestyle differences and the age gap between them became more apparent, leading to their separation. Although brief, their relationship left an indelible mark on history as a fascinating and complex chapter in both of their lives. The intriguing and interesting life of Greek tycoon Aristotle Onassis, the poor boy from Smyrna, who cunningly and astutely reached the pinnacle of wealth and power by becoming the richest man in the world, came to an end on March 15, 1975, after suffering from pneumonia, likely related to the stress and depression induced by the death of his son Alexander in 1973. Currently, a significant portion of his immense wealth, valued in billions of dollars, has been inherited by his granddaughter Athena Helene Roussel Onassis, who is the daughter of Christina Onassis, who died in 1988 at the age of 38 under strange circumstances. The tragic deaths of Aristotle's children, combined with other unsettling events that occurred towards the end of the Greek magnate's life, have led to the generation of all sorts of rumors related to the Kennedy curse that reached the Onassis family due to Ari's marriage to Jacqueline. For any developing entrepreneur, the life of Aristotle Onassis is an example that simply can't be ignored. His determination, his ambition, his innovation, his intellect, all that is a means of inspiration for anyone aiming to be an entrepreneur. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, press the bell icon so you never miss out on future uploads. Till then, peace out and have a great day.